Hey y'all, it's Jen for the Love of Iris, and today I was going to make this cute little Easter basket with our envelope punch board. Easter is Sunday, and I was thinking about making something for everybody at work, and I thought this would be really cute to put some grass in there and some of their favorite candies or whatever. So I was looking for something that I could mass produce quickly and with just a single piece of paper or cardstock or whatever. So I went ahead and found this on Pinterest, and I don't remember the lady's name, but she's from the UK, and I converted it so that it's in English, or not English, but not metric, so it's in inches. And basically all you're going to need is one 6x6 piece of double-sided paper works better, but you can do it with regular paper. So if you just cut it at 6x6, if you use the 12x12, this is the Wildflower Fields DSP from Celebration. So you can get 4 baskets out of one piece of paper, and that's all you need. So, and some glue dots and stuff. But anyway, you're going to cut your DSP into 6x6, and then you're only going to make 2 punches and scores. So your first one is going to be at 1 3/4. So you're going to line your paper up. If you've never used the envelope punch board, this is it. Comes with your scoring tool right here. Slides in right here. You can slide it out. But you're going to punch at 1 3/4. And let me move you down some so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Maybe too far. Okay, so you're going to line the corner of your paper up to your ruler up top here. And this is your first one at 1 3/4. You're going to punch down and then use your scoring tool to score the line. And then you're going to go to 4 1/2. And again over here, oops, you can't see. Over here at the 4 1/2, punch, and then score. And then rotate your paper counterclockwise, and you're going to take the original score line. You can see it better on this side, but take your original score line here and just line it up with the point here on your punch board. So that's lined up. Right here is my score line. So I've lined it up with the notch right here. That's the only measurement you need to do is on the very first punch. So your 1 3/4 and then your 4 1/2. And then once you punch it and you rotate it counterclockwise, you're going to punch based on the lines in the holes you've already punched. So you're going to punch on the first one and score. Don't score too hard because you'll tear your paper. And then my second line is right here, lined up with my notch. My second score line is right here. So I've lined that up with this notch, and I'm going to punch and score. And then I'm going to rotate it again, line it up with the first mark, punch, and score. And then the second one, it's kind of hard to see on this paper. I should have picked this paper. I just thought it would make a pretty basket. Okay, and then I'm going to rotate it again, line it up with my score line, punch and score, and then slide it over, and we have one more. We're going to punch and score. Okay, so that's all we need for this one. If you want to do your reverse punches, you're going to want to do it on this side. Just stick it in here and then punch, and that kind of rounds the edge. So instead of it being a harsh point, it turns into more of a rounded point. So let's go ahead and do that just so we're cohesive. My OCD will rue the day again. Okay, so now we've got all of our paper punched and scored. And then just take your paper and just reinforce your folds. Can you see all the scores? Maybe, kinda. Okay, I'll do it on this side so you can see. Just take your paper and reinforce the score marks that you've made. You don't need to use your bone folder because it's the DSP, so you don't have to worry about making it too big or too small. I mean, too big or too small, too crisp, because it's not necessary. Your fingers will be just fine. And then go ahead and reinforce all your scores. Now, if you're looking at this, 2 of the triangles are fat, these 2, and 2 are more narrow, these 2. So we're going to take the fat ones and we're going to take our snips, and on either side of the fat flap, we're going to cut from the flap to the first score line. Flap to the first score line, okay? And then flip it around, fat flap, to the first score line, to the first score line. Okay, so you're left with this little basket here, or this little mess that we're going to turn into a basket. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold in our sides here, like so, onto this here. And if you want to tuck it inside, you can do it inside. And it makes a cute basket too if you tuck it on the inside. If you tuck it on the outside, you get to see both sides of pattern paper. So it's really up to you how you want to do it. If you flip the flap over, you're going to have the two sides of paper, like in this one. You're going to have the two sides there. If you flip it under, you're going to have just the one color. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and flip it under. So I'm going to take my paper with the long rectangle horizontally and take these two ends that we've cut, and I'm going to tuck it in. And in order to adhere it, I'm just going to grab a glue dot and my paper piercer and kind of line it up so that you're just going to eyeball it. It doesn't really matter necessarily how far or close they are to each other. Just make sure that what you do to one side, you do to the other. So for this one, I'm going to try and line it up, so that there's, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch on either side before you get to that little scallop. And the way I'm going to do it is messy, but I found that it works the best for me. I'm just going to kind of lift it up and stick a glue dot underneath of there. I don't know if you can see that, probably not, but I'll try and show you on the other side. Okay, and that adheres those two together. And then I'm going to take another glue dot and stick it on this flap here and fold this over. So you have one side of your basket. And then the same with this side. You're going to tuck these two flaps in. And you can't really see. This lighting is really bad, isn't it? Let me see. Does that help? A little bit maybe. Okay. So you're going to take this side, same thing. Get it to where you think it's going to line up just about right. And that's about right. Okay, and then I flip it over and kind of hold it down with my finger so that it holds tight in the position that I want it. And then when I take my glue dot, I've already got it held down and I know exactly what I'm doing with it and where it's going to go. So then I just kind of lift a little bit of the paper to get that glue dot slid down in there. And that holds, again, your two sides together. And then you can flip this one over. So you get another glue dot for the front here, just right here. And then flip it over, cover it there. And then I'll do the same on these, since this one I'm going to tuck, and then we can see the difference. And you can choose whichever one you like best. Just stick a glue dot on there. Stick that in there, and a glue dot in here, stick that in here, kind of fold it. So there you got your little basket there, and see, this one is a little bit fatter on this side than the other side, but I think it's still going to work. So there's that, and then you'll take a strip of paper, either DSP or cardstock or something, and you want it to be about 1/2 inch. Yeah, it's about 1/2 inch by 12 of whatever paper you want. I just have this piece of scrap laying around. I don't even know what it's from, but you'll take your 12 piece of DSP, 12 by 1/2 inch, and you'll just adhere your little basket thing into there. What I found works the best is tear and tape. If you just take a strip of tear and tape and kind of lay it down into the center here, then you won't overstick your, you won't have too much sticky and then get it everywhere. And if you just cut that off there on one side and then put this here on the other side. I don't know if you can see, just kind of going in there in the middle. My lighting's not really good today, I'm sorry. And then trim that off. And then if you just peel off your backing paper here, then, let me get my tool here, it helps me peel it off easier. Just peel off this backing paper here. And adhere your piece of coordinating pattern paper, which this is not coordinating, but y'all get the idea. Stick that down in there, and then you're going to do the same thing for this side. Just remove the backing sheet here, fold this over and stick it down in there, and then you have your little basket. And it'd be perfect to put little treats and grass. Actually, I think I have treats and grass. Hang on just a second, because I think I have them. Yeah, here's some grass that you can put in there. A little bit of paper or grass, or shredded up something here, like so. And then maybe throw some candies in there, some jelly beans, or some peeps or something. You could put a peep in there. Let's see what a peep looks like in there. This is the mystery flavor peeps. So let's just throw one in there. Or two in there. I got a friend that loves peeps. 2 peeps right there. And there's your little basket. So you can decorate the front if you want to punch a sentiment. In the Teeny Tiny Wishes, there's a Happy Easter sentiment. That would be really cute on the front. So I hope you try it out. And this is day 1 of our envelope punch board weekly series. Y'all have a fabulous day. See you later. Bye.